Here I am going to explain data types in Java. There are basically two categories of data types, primitive and non-primitive. Primitive means basic data types, okay, and non-primitive means here you can say that derived or user defined data types comes under this non-primitive category. Also you can say that these are composite data types. Okay, composite means there is a group. Okay, now here primitive data types are again categorized into two types, that is numeric and non-numeric. Numeric means here there are numbers, number related data, numeric information is there. Non-numeric means which are not inside this numeric category, those are here in non-numeric category. Inside numeric, integer and floating point. Inside integer there are again 4 sub data types. Actually these are actual data types whatever written here. Okay, byte, short, int and long, that comes under integer. Inside floating point, float and double. Inside character, char is actually data type. Char means it will hold single individual character, and character literals are enclosed in single quote. You know the same rule is applicable here. Boolean, it is having only two valid values, true or false. Okay, and class, array and interface, these are just like a derived data types, or this comes under user defined data type. Okay, now here I am going to first explain these 3 points in short. In depth we will see in a separate sessions. Okay, and then I will explain this whole part. See, class is nothing but a blueprint to represent similar kind of objects. It is a way to create user defined data type that will represent any particular entity. Okay, to represent any object, any kind of object, we can create a class. And if we are creating any variable or instance of that class, that is nothing but one object. Okay, now class combines like data members and methods. Okay, next array, you already know, we have seen this concept in C and C++. Array is nothing but a group of similar kind of data elements. Array comes under reference type. Okay, reference means what? Here array also we have to create using new operators. Okay, new word. Again, if you are creating any object, then there also you have to use new word. Interface is just like a class, but their actual implementation we are not writing there. Interface is to be implemented by any class. Getting? Interface is to be implemented by class. Means what? Interface will only show that what that class will have. Okay, that only function declarations you are writing there, method declarations only you are writing there, and those methods we have to define inside class which is implementing that interface. This is just a different concept in Java that I am going to explain in depth in a separate session. Okay, now see, class, interface and arrays, these are only 3 concepts. Pointer is not there in case of Java. Okay, again that reference again not there in case of Java, whatever we have seen in C++. Union, structure, those all concepts are not here in Java. In Java there are only 3 concepts we have to see: class, array and interface. Getting? Now see, these data types we have to see in this session in depth. Numeric means having some numerical value. Integer and floating point, whatever whole numbers, those we have to represent using these data types, whatever come under this integer category. The numbers having decimal point in it, those we have to declare using these keywords. And character and boolean, like char and boolean keyword we will use. Now first, what is data type? If you are creating any variable, then you have to compulsory mention data type of that variable in case of Java. Now Java is called as a strongly typed language. First thing, strongly typed. Why Java is called as a strongly typed language? See, in Java every variable is having data type. Means what? See, if in Python, you know Python language, in Python there is no need to declare any variable, no need to mention data type of any variable, but in Java every variable should be declared using data type, then only you can use that. Okay, just like C and C++. Means every variable is having data type with it. Suppose you have written any expression, then strictly the data type of expression will be checked there. Every expression is again having data type. Means let you have written like 5 plus 6. This is the expression. Here Java will strictly check what is the data type of this first, let you have written like c equals to 5 plus 6. Then Java will check 5 plus 6, it is 11, and what is the data type of this? It will check. Now here it will be byte, because byte is having 1 byte capacity, and there 11 can be stored. Okay, if this c is of type integer, then no problem. Here it will consider that 5 plus 6 as a integer again, because it is possible to store this value here in c if let you have written any expression and whose result is like long value. Okay, then Java will not convert that to integer automatically. See, if you have written like this, integer c equals to 5.6 plus 7. Every expression is having data type. Now this expression is having data type double. Okay, now here you have written integer. That's why here we can say that every variable is having data type associated with it. Every expression is again having data type with it, and all the expressions, all the assignments are strictly checked for type compatibility. Now what is this? See, if you are assigning like this, then strictly type will be checked from right hand side and from left hand side. This is just the assignment. Okay, all assignments will be checked. This is a direct assignment, whether it may be direct or indirect. Indirect means let you have called any method. Whenever you will call that method, then you will pass arguments to that method. Here there is no call by reference concept because pointers are not here. Here only call by value is there. In that method declaration, suppose you have written 3 integers as an argument, then you have to compulsory pass 3 integers to that method. Means every argument will be checked for data type compatibility. Getting my point? Means formal arguments, actual arguments will get copied inside formal argument whenever we will call any method. Getting my point? If we are calling any method, then just like we are assigning values to the arguments, whatever actual arguments you are passing, those will get copied inside formal arguments. The same thing is here in Java. Okay. Now at that time, whenever it is going to copy all those arguments, then again their type checking will be done. Means everywhere there is a strict type checking, and everything is having data type associated with it. Everything means it may be any expression, it may be any variable, and that's why Java is called as a strongly typed language. Data type is nothing but a type of data, type of a value that you are going to store inside any variable. Okay. Now why Java is called as strongly typed? Because here every variable is having data type associated with it. That is first point. Every expression is having again data type associated with it. Whenever you are doing any assignment, direct assignment means like using assignment operator, then strict type checking is there. Strict type checking means here this type of this one will be checked with this one. If it is not matching, then compiler will give you error. Incompatible types. Getting? If you have written like this, let integer c equal to true. This is of type string. Here you are assigning to integer, compiler will give you error like incompatible types. Getting? Means always strict type checking is there. Again one more example I am going to give you whenever I will explain boolean, how that strict type checking will be done. Okay. Next point. See, all data types are strictly defined. What does it mean? Strictly defined means data types are strictly defined. Means all data types are having fixed number of bytes associated with those. Okay, means integer is having 4 bytes. Integer requires 4 bytes to store. This is always fixed, whether system may have any configuration. You are using any operating system, any platform, the data type size will not differ. That is fixed. First thing is all variables are having data type in Java, all expressions are having data type in Java, all data types are strictly defined. Okay. Next, if you are doing any assignments, means it may be direct assignment, or you are just calling methods by passing argument to that method. There, whatever assignment is done, strict type checking is there. Getting? These all points you have to write if there is a question like why Java is called as a strongly typed language. Any doubts in this point? Why this is needed? Because you know the Java feature, that is Java is a secure, Java is a robust. To maintain security, to maintain robustness of Java, this is compulsory that here strong type checking should be there. Okay, because error free, the code should be error free, error should be minimized. Okay, and that's why Java is strongly typed language. If there is a question like why Java is called as a statically typed, there is some difference in between statically and strongly. Statically means everything should be declared first, then you can use that. That's why Java is called as a statically. Okay, that point again inside this. But in case of strongly, in strongly type you have to write whatever things I have explained now. Okay, now next. Primitive means basic data types, and here under non-primitive you can say that there are a composite data types. This is a combination of multiple basic or primitive data types. In class we combine some basic data type elements if whenever you are declaring those members of that class. Again, in case of array we are grouping together same kind of data elements, and those are of these types or this type. You can again create array of objects also. Interface, here again same thing is there. Now that's why these are also called as class and array are also called as composite data types. Now again I am moving here. In case of numeric, integer data type is there, and integer having 4 internal types like byte, short, int and long. The byte, if you have declared any variable of type byte, there you can store numeric value. If in your class there are only 60 students, then for roll number, storing roll number of those 60 students, you can declare simple byte data type variable, no problem will be there. But normally stream oriented information is there, internally byte data type is used. Actually stream is nothing but sequence of bytes. That's why one element of that stream can be stored, that is having byte data type. In case of byte, one byte, only one byte memory will be allocated. One byte means 8 bits. Means possible space is there, like 8 bit space is there. Here you have to store that value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here you have to store that value. Now always signed, these are all of type signed integers. Signed integers means always there is a sign. That's why first bit will be always kept for sign purpose. If it is 0, that means this number is not having sign. Not having sign means of course it is a positive number. If this bit is 1, then of course this number is a negative number. If you place here 1 everywhere, let it is 0 means this is positive number, and if you place here everywhere 1, then 2⁷ combinations are there actually, because these are 7 places, and here you will get 2⁷ combinations, different combinations. That's why allowed possible positive values are 2⁷. Getting? The minimum positive value means all are zeros, and if this one is 1 and remaining are 0, then that is 1. Getting? If these two are like this, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 means this is nothing but 2. Getting? If you are storing here 1, then this one is a 3. If you are storing here 1, 0, 0, this is a 4. If you are storing here 1, then this is a 5. If you are storing here 1 0, this is a 6. Maximum value is 1 1 1 1. You can compute this value. 1 into 2 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 1 7, 7 2s are 14, 14 plus 1 15, 15 2s are 30, 30 plus 1 31, 31 2s are 62, 62 plus 1 63, 63 2s are 126. 63 2s are 126 plus 1 127. That's why possible positive value which is maximum, that is plus 127. Okay, actually I have explained everything about how this will happen in C programming. C programming sessions are there. Inside that I have explained data types in C. In that I have explained everything about how positive numbers are stored internally, how negative numbers are stored internally. If you want to learn about that, you can watch that. Okay, now see, this is maximum value, and why this is minus 128 I am not going to explain. If you want, you can see that video, but only remember here these numbers are stored in 2's complement format. 2's complement means what? Do you know about 2's complement? convert 0 to 1, 1 to 0. That is 1's complement. And after that you have to add 1 to it. Okay, let you have stored like integer x equal to minus 5. Then this will be stored internally in 2's complement format. Always remember. Okay, if you are storing 5, then it will be stored like this. Like first will be 0 and here it will store like 101. Getting? And remaining bits are 0. In that way, positive numbers are stored. Negative numbers are stored here. First is 1 and the remaining numbers it will store in 2's complement format. Means if you want to check, if here it has stored like this, if you want to check which number is this, then we have to again find out its 2's complement. 2's complement is nothing but the original number. Getting? In this way we have to check. See, we will check here. Let this is a number, its 2's complement we will find. What is this? Let 2's complement of this 1 is 0 0 0 0 0 and in that we have to add 1. Then we will get one number. Minus 1 will be stored in this way. Getting? See, if we are checking here, it is a 1's complement plus 1, we will get 0 0 0 0 1. Means that is actually 1. But because of this, the sign is negative. Means if you want to store minus 1 in a memory, if you have written here minus 1, then internally it will be stored like this. All bits will be 1. Getting? In this way, complement format, negative numbers are stored internally. Here in the same way you can find out this is minus 128. Why? Okay. Why? See, again I am repeating here. There is 1 always if you are storing negative number. If all are 0, this is the maximum possibility that all are zeros. Okay, or all are 1s. Now here see, if you find out its 2's complement, you want to find out its 2's complement, what is that number? See here 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 plus 1. Now check its equivalent value. 1 plus 1 0 carry 1. In the same way 1 plus 1 0 carry 1. 1 plus 1 0 carry 1. In the same way 0 0 0 0. This is 128. You can check. Getting? Means minimum negative number you can store, that is minus 128. And maximum number that you can store, that is always positive number, that is 127. That's why the range is like this. In this way the numbers are internally stored. In case of C, C++, Java, that is actually memory management. Only in case of Java the size is fixed. All types are strictly defined. Okay, means all data types are having strict size defined by the language. That's it. If you are finding 2's complement of whatever stored number, then you will get what number actually stored internally. Getting? See, 128 is nothing but 2 raised to 7. 2 raised to 7 minus 1. This is the formula. If you find out, if you check, then we will get this formula. And if you want to know about anything about this, how it is actually done, then that I have explained again separately how this formula you can calculate. Okay, that I have explained in that session. Now this is byte. Now in case of short, now you have idea about how these numbers are stored. According to size, you can find out now the range. Okay, now for short 2 bytes will be assigned by Java. Now see, 2 bytes means 16 bits. Here the range is minus 2 raised to 15 to 2 raised to 15 plus 1. Remember in this way. Okay, minus 2 raised to 15 to 2 raised to 15 plus 1 minus 2 raised to 15. The meaning is like that. This minus symbol you have to write here and whatever value here that you have to write here. Getting? In this way the range is for short integer. For integer 4 bytes will be reserved. And here of course 4 bytes means 60. 4 bytes means how many bits? 32 bits. Here the range will be minus 2 raised to 31 to plus 2 raised to 31 plus 1. In the same way long is taking 8 bytes means 64 bits. And so the range is minus 2 raised to 63 to 2 raised to 63 plus 1. Getting? These are the ranges for byte, short, int and long. Getting? If you want to store very small integer, small whole number, then you can declare data type like byte. Otherwise short, somewhat big, use int, again somewhat big, use long. In this way you can use integer related data types. One more point is that if you want to represent any long literal, then you can attach capital L or small l with that number. A is a variable. Then we can assign here 10, no problem, it will assign 10 integer to long, very easy storage. This 10 will be considered as a long and then it will be stored inside A, no any error. You will not get any error. If you have written here 10L, again you will not get any error. Okay. Now next, suppose you have written here int A and you have written like 10L. You will get incompatible types, because now this 10 is of course of long type and this is long literal now, and this one is of integer type. Here you will get data type incompatibles. Now next, suppose you have written here int A equals to, let you are writing true. A equals to true, but this true I have used capital T. It will raise error like undefined symbol. Don't know, Java don't know what is this undefined symbol. If you are writing small t, it will raise error incompatible types, because Java know this true is a boolean literal and this is defined by Java itself. Okay, we have seen that predefined literals. Yes. Okay, and that's why here you will get error like uncompatible types. You must know all the errors. You have to check for errors. Then you will get more knowledge. Okay. If you have written like here 3.4. Now here again you will get error, but here you will not get error like that incompatible types. It will give you error about precision part. Whatever precision means after decimal point is not capable of holding that. That's why here precision related you will get error. Okay, these errors you should know, and that's why you have to just try it practically what error you are getting. Okay, try it. See, this is all about integer data type. Any doubts in this? Now the next one is floating point. See, float means if you want to store any numbers having decimal point in it, then you can declare floating point data types. See, if you want accuracy of 5 to 6 digit precision accuracy, then you can declare float data type variable. Okay, it will take 4 bytes in memory, and double data type variable it will take 8 bytes in memory. If you are storing any floating point variable, then you can store their number having 7 to 8 digits after decimal point. Double variable is having capability of storing 15 to 16 digits after decimal point. Okay, now next, see, floating point and double values, those are having ranges like this. In floating point, the range is minus 3.4 e raised to 38 to plus 3.4 e raised to 38. Okay, now that e raised to 38, that is a scientific notation. Okay. And here the range is minus 1.7 e raised to 308 to plus 1.7 e raised to 308. 308 means it is very much big. Okay, getting? These are just ranges of floating point number and double. Now next, character data type. Here single individual character you can store, and here the size is 2 bytes. Means here wide range of characters you can store. Okay, wide range means it is applicable for all types of languages. Any language character, this character variable is capable of holding. Here big range of characters you can store. Actually here there is a Unicode system. Unicode means, see here Unicode means the numbers are ranged from 0 to I think 65535. That range of integer, positive integer. Because it is having 2 bytes. 2 bytes means 16 bits. 2 raised to 16, whatever value. Getting? And those number of characters it can hold. Character literals are always enclosed in single quote. Let you have declared one character literal, like character s equals to, if you have written in this way, hello. Tell me what type of error you will get here.
Syntax error.
But this error will be raised by, of course, all errors are raised by compiler. Most of the errors are raised by compiler. Now, which error? Incompatible types. Because this is having string data type and this is of type char. Okay, if you have stored just like only single individual character, then you will not get any error. That's it. Now next, boolean, it is nothing but if you want to store any value like true or false, then you can declare that type of variable as a boolean variable. Okay, in case of control structures like if, while, we have seen there is a condition, and in that condition always the data type of that expression should be boolean. Okay, if you are mentioning data type of any variable as a boolean, then it can have either true value or false value. Here that range concept, storage capability concept is not applicable. Okay, that true and false are defined by the language itself. That's why here only possible values are true and false. If you have declared any variable of type boolean, in this way you have to declare boolean let b, and you can assign the true or false in this way. In this way you have to write compulsory. Don't enclose that true in double quotes. Okay, and T should be small case. Don't write that T capital. If you have written like this, it is correct. No any error you will get. If you have written like boolean, let you have written b equals to capital true, then here you will get undefined symbol. If you have written like boolean b equals to in double quotes true, incompatible types. Getting? Because this will be considered as a string now. This is nothing but a boolean data type. Here only possible values are true or false. Getting? Now here I am going to explain only one point, that is what are the initial values. See, if you have declared any variable of type byte, by default its initial value will be 0. In case of short, again 0. In case of int, it is 0. In case of long, again 0, but 0L will be there. In case of int, I think 0D will be there. But in case of byte and short, there is no any specification. I mean, you cannot specify that this is of type byte or this is of type short. Means if we have written like int x equals to 10L, suppose you are writing, here you will get error. But this 10L, whatever you are specifying, here you have to write long compulsory, then it is okay. And this L you can write because you want that this 10 should be considered as a long value, and that is only possible because you have attached here L. Float and double, the initial value is 0.0f, here 0.0d. Again, in case of char, the initial value is 0. Next, boolean, by default its initial value is false by default. These are all basic or primitive data types in Java. Any doubts?